fell off the chair. Oh my God. Okay. Woo! This is an exciting one today. Let me scoot the bench over. Wow. Okay. Whew. Sometimes being alone is really, really good for you because then you can come back to center energetically. And welcome. I'm Leah. Thank you so much for stopping by. I am so happy that you're here. If you're coming back, thank you. If this is your first time, thank you. Get something to drink, something to drink. And let's talk about why it's good for you to be alone sometimes. It sincerely is. A lot of people are scared of it. I can't believe as grown adults, we have people who've never gone to dinner alone or done things alone. Being alone can be such a beautiful thing. And no matter when you're watching this, it's perfect divine right timing. But as I'm shooting this, tomorrow is Valentine's Day. And some people love Valentine's Day. Some people hate Valentine's Day. Wherever you stand on that spectrum, I invite you to allow it to be a symbol of love. So love is never taken or given to you, but we experience it at different levels, right? So that's why sometimes we can project it onto somebody intensely, especially if hormones are involved. People become like teenagers suddenly, and that can be really exciting. But that's where our intellect can get in the way, because then you can tell yourself lies like I'm heartbroken or things, aren't possible and stuff like that. That's not good. So let's not go down that rabbit hole. So I want to give you a gift this Valentine's Day or anytime. So sometimes being alone is really, really good for you because then you can come back to center energetically, and really, you're never really alone, right? You're always co-creating with spirit, with the universe, whatever you want to think of, but you're a part of nature by nature. So there's no separation from that. First of all, so having some time to yourself can be really, really powerful. I mean, this is when you could write a book or write that song or come up with that multi-million-dollar idea or just sit in meditation and cure your body of cancer and toxins. I mean, the time that you spend with self is invaluable. You can't have a whole crowd around. Eagles don't fly together. So sometimes if you're up to big things, it requires you to be alone, to be with self, to be on your own a bit, to come back to center. This isn't a bad thing. This is a beautiful, beautiful, loving gift that you can give yourself and everybody around you, and anybody, even in a romantic sense, whether you're with somebody and you want your relationship to deepen and connect more, or whether you're wanting to call somebody in. This energy is so powerful. So it's not only good for you, it's good for the world. So that's pretty cool, right? Something good for you and the world? Yes, please sign me up. What is my life mission? I had an interesting conversation with this guy once, and he said, nothing, and that's powerful, that sometimes you don't always have to have this big purpose, but that is purpose. To be with self, to be in a state of pure presence, that's powerful purpose. Sometimes your purpose is to go cure cancer, or sometimes your purpose is just to be stillness. But what is your purpose? What is your life mission? Sometimes we start out one way, and this is really your dream too. Your dream and life mission are not separate. That's the old paradigm thinking that it's dream or career. No, now we're coming into a new place where more and more people are waking up to the fact that your mission is your dream. Why would you make it a mission impossible, something that you don't enjoy, although we do oftentimes subconsciously by attracting negative people, negative situations, by having Groundhog's Day with attracting narcissists over and over. So until you start to learn these lessons and harness the power of this alone time, you will keep recycling past traumas, past situations that don't work, because you're tethered to the past, because it's known. In this space where you get to be with self, you get to go into the unknown. Who are you today? So often relationships fail because we don't get to know each other consistently over time. I've shared this story before, but I'll share it again. I met this really amazing couple one time in band camp. Actually, I was at an apartment building and we were in the hot tub, and this amazing couple, they'd been married like 50 years and they were like a walking ad for love. I mean, they were just amazing. And everybody, their entire family, you could tell they all loved each other and they enjoyed each other's company, and they're beautiful, and they were all radiating like beauty and love. So I asked them, what is their secret? And the guy said that he meets his wife new every day, that he doesn't take her for granted, that he gets to know her every day. That is so beautiful and so powerful. And I think so many relationships fail because nothing new is created. It's like same old Groundhog's Day. Past traumas or hurts or, just mediocre, taking each other for granted. When you meet each other new every day, you don't take anything for granted, and you can explore and grow together. So if you have this season alone with self, give that to yourself. Get to know yourself the way that you'd want somebody else to. Like, truly get to know yourself. So often we dismiss ourselves because we're tethered to the past. So I'm this way, or I'm that way, or I like this, or I like that. Try new things. Explore. Get to know yourself in a new way. Okay, so what is your life purpose? What is your mission on this planet? No pressure, but we're not guaranteed another moment. So to check in with this and remind yourself of what your intention is so important. So I often say that don't spend time with what you don't want. So even in doing the narcissist videos, I have to really be with self and go, what is my intention here? Because I don't want more narcissists. I don't want to contribute to more toxicity or any of that, and I don't want to contribute to that vibration. So what is my intention with it? And when I come to an intention of, it's healing, it's helping. It's not about the narcissist and an attack on them or a war. It's about helping the people that it's impacted, because it has held me back. So when I come back to that good place intention, I can sift through, because otherwise it is kind of a low vibration feeling to visit that stuff. And as long as it's honest for me and I'm called to do it and I can be of help doing it, I'm going to. And if it's not, I'm not. So I invite you and asking yourself, what does this dream, when you talk about the life purpose, what does this dream feel like in my body? Is this in alignment with my mission? Am I helping people? What is the feedback? What is the feedback within me, and what is the external feedback? And to keep checking in. Who am I today? And am I in alignment with that mission? Because then if you're complaining or you're doing this and that, if you're just in the complaint and it's not helping move forward, sometimes we have to process. Sometimes it's just complaining and it's a waste of energy. It's recircled conversation, recircled and cycled, right? But you know the difference. So to keep checking in with that. Number 4, sometimes we put our dream out in front of us, way in the future. We're trained to do that ever since we were kids. Constantly, what's the next thing? What's the next thing? What's the next thing? So to check in and go, what is my vision? Maybe it does feel like I have a long way to go. Maybe I'm not totally healthy at this time. Maybe I do have this humility in a healthy way to go, okay, I have a goal and that actually excites me. but begin to bridge the gap between the goal and who you are today. And it seems obvious, and it is, but so often we don't do it. Do those action steps each day to facilitate that. So we're bridging the gap between that and this. If you're like, I want 6-pack abs, but you're not doing anything about it, clearly you're not going to get that. If you're doing it every single day, you're going to have that. So begin to incrementally do that. My story this past year, when I was in a lot of trauma and revisiting some past patterns with narcissists and stuff, I was in pain body. I wasn't practicing yoga. I was feeling really out of center. My daughter was telling me I look pregnant. Now I'm back practicing yoga every day. I'm getting stronger. I can feel it. And this new me that's always in there, the real me, but the new me today is emerging. And even having that relationship, checking in with who am I today in the mirror. There's a lot of classes I take in yoga. There's advantages to both. Having a studio with no mirrors, because you can really, tune within and you're not looking at the external. But sometimes, depending upon how you're using it, if you use that mirror as a relationship builder, to really look into your eyes and get to know yourself and to build that relationship with yourself. So I made a short video on manifesting, and it's very true. If you really want to know sometimes how things are going to be attracted to you, pay attention to the conversations you have when you look at yourself in the mirror. Build that relationship. And it can be kind of funny, right? Like you're like, hey, good looking, what's up? But have the type of relationship with yourself that you'd want to have with somebody. Start stepping into treating yourself the way that you want to be treated and the way you want to treat somebody. And imagine that's already happening because you are doing it. You're doing it already. Another way to begin to build that relationship and that trust with yourself, because if you were a target of narcissistic abuse, a lot of times you stop trusting your instincts. You stop believing in yourself. You doubt yourself because you've broken so many contracts with yourself by not trusting your instincts, by people pleasing, by doing the same thing over and over, maybe being hoovered in, having trauma bond with somebody and spending years like that, that you could really, really beat yourself up big time. So it's really important to, first of all, have grace for yourself, to forgive yourself, and to remember that there's a new opportunity with this new awareness right now. You can transform your life like this. It depends at the level of awareness you really want to step into. I mean, what about the stories of like a, little 100-pound lady lifting a car off of her husband when he was working on it in the garage? Because suddenly you have this superhuman strength. When you get out of your own way, you can accomplish so much. So start rebuilding that trust with yourself by committing and holding commitments to yourself. So if you're like, I'm going to go to the gym every day. Just do it. When you feel good, when you feel bad, just do it. If there's one day that falls off, don't beat yourself up, but don't let that become the norm. Just go and do it. If you want to be creative, create every day. If you want to write every day. Don't worry about it being the best ever. That's your intellect and your ego. Just write every day. Write 10 pages every day. Keeping that contract with yourself. And you'll begin to build that relationship and trust with yourself more. Trust your instincts. So as you begin to build that relationship with yourself again, doing the mirror work, doing things that you enjoy, being with self, meditating on your life purpose, you will begin to trust your instincts more. So how do you actually do that? Don't gaslight yourself. When you feel something on an energetic level, trust that. If something feels off, it's off. You don't need a big story around it, and you don't need to be proven that it's wrong, because by then it's too late. So really trust yourself. Baby yourself in that way. If something doesn't feel right, don't follow through with it or change course. That might sound really flighty. And the problem is, a lot of times we're so dedicated to the wrong things. So you're doubling down on the wrong things and then wondering why you keep getting more of the wrong things. So if you want something new, you got to start doubling down on what's working. Start doubling down on believing yourself. If you had never trusted yourself before, you really got to practice this. And then really important, this Valentine's Day and always, that nobody can break your heart. No one. No one can steal your heart. No one can break it. Your heart is unbreakable. Your heart is unstealable. It was the first thing forming in the womb. Isn't it amazing? It was our heart, not our brain, our heart. Your heart is going to be with you forever. You can be disappointed. You can be so sad. You can love so much that it hurts so much. But it's never broken. Your heart is always perfect, whole, and complete. It's never too late. It's always an opportunity to uncover all the stuff that says it's broken, to uncover and heal all that past trauma that says it's been stolen or broken or damaged. It's perfect, whole, and complete, and it has been since the day you were born and before. You are love. People say that and people don't understand what that means. You are the feeling that you are seeking. So begin to go into that imaginal state as if you are being loved and cherished however you want, whether that's through friendships, business, family, yourself. And that's how you'll begin to manifest it faster and faster in the world, because you'll feel good. You'll feel good. So it comes from the inside out. And if you want to go deeper, I have classes on manifesting. I have meditations. I have free meditations in the link from other videos that I've done. And I'm also going to be offering some classes that you can buy. So stay on the lookout for those. And I wish you so much love now and always. You have gifts and talents to share. Don't let past hurts and trauma and challenge cover up the fact that you have this perfect, whole, and complete heart. And you have a mission here on this planet, and it can be fun. Remember, your mission is your dream. It doesn't have to be a chore. Thank you so much for being here. Please subscribe if you haven't, and if you have, thank you so much. Leave a comment below of some love. Let's spread love. I'll see you next time.